Hello, everyone. Okay, so today we are going to talk about 2 easy steps that you have to take every month in order to create financial reports that are going to work for you. Financial reports that are going to make you money. Okay, so first, what we're looking at here is a profit and loss statement that I made up. The name of the practice is Fake Happy Vet Practice. All these numbers are fake, but basically, what you're seeing here is generally the type of profit and loss report I see when I'm looking at a potential client's books. Some variants of this. Usually their income is all categorized into one account. As you can see here, it is all under this total revenue account. And then their cost of goods, which is generally the expenses that are coming from like Patterson, MWI, Henry Schein, expenses that are directly related to the services and products that you're offering at your practice are usually all just lumped together. If even that, sometimes they're just lumped in together with other costs like rent and office supplies and building security. I have separated that into direct operating costs and indirect operating costs. But basically, this is what I generally see. Now, this profit and loss report shows that the bookkeeping is, for the most part, tax compliant, but that's about it. You know, you can pull this up and you can see what your net income was for the month, but you can't get any other information out of this report. There isn't anything in this report that's going to help you make financial decisions that will help you bring in more income. You can't look at this report and determine how much money you're actually making from your surgery income. For example, you offer there's some money that you can categorize as surgery income in your practice management software. You don't see that here. Sure, you can pull up your sales report in your practice management software, but all that's going to show you is the money that came in for surgery. It doesn't show you what costs you incurred in order to offer those services to your clients. So you're not able to determine if you are making a good amount of money, or if you need to cut surgery costs, or if you need to increase your rates for surgery. This report isn't able to pull any of that up. You're not able to make any of those decisions. It does not work for you. It does not make you money. This report, on the other hand, does work for you. This report does make you money. This report shows you that your surgery income for the month was $5,534.50, and your surgery costs for the month, $551.90. Okay, this will show you a breakdown in your income, and it'll show you a breakdown in your cost of goods. It even separates it cost of goods for products, cost of goods for services. Okay, so this report works for you. This report makes you money. Every month you're able to pull up this report and determine, let's see, I have a flea and tick income of $7,943 for this month. How much did I spend on flea and tick products? Right here, $2,691. Every month you're able to pull up this report and get an incredibly clear picture of what services and products in your practice are bringing in and what they're costing you. You're able to make decisions like, where do I need to cut costs and where do I need to invest more money? So this type of report does work for you and does make you more money. Now, how do you get this type of reporting? 2 simple steps. First, integrate your practice management software sales report numbers with your QuickBooks. How to do that? Okay, so you'll see on my website, I do have a second video where I talk about using this software called Transaction Pro Importer to integrate those reports. But you don't generally have to use that if you don't want to, if you don't want to incur that extra cost, because there is a subscription cost. Here is a fake vet PMS report, okay? So let's look at these 3 columns right here. Generally, well, actually, let's look at the first 2 columns. So generally, the report will include these numbers: the description of the income, and then the amount generated that month. Now, what I do is I create this 3rd column where I determine where each one of these income categories are going to go into in terms of the income account within your books. And then I'm able to add up those different categories to create these numbers right here. Then what I do is I go into my QuickBooks account, and I make journal entries for each of these accounts. Now, where do I make that journal entry? I make it into a wash account. I've created a wash account for each of my clients, and every month when I see deposits come in through the bank feed, I reconcile those deposits with the practice management software. We want to make sure that what's coming in matches what's being charged through the practice management software. And I deposit these deposits into a wash account. At the end of the month, I then enter these different income numbers into that wash account and wash everything out. So I've entered in, let's see, for the month, throughout the month, all the deposits have, let's say, $50,000 in hospital product sales have been entered in through the bank feed deposits. And when I enter in the journal entry, it should show in the practice management software sales report $50,000 in those sales. So it will wash out to zero. But what that does is that it allows me to see the different income breakdown in the report. Now that can be a little confusing to kind of wrap your head around. So please reach out to me if you still have some questions about that, or check out the other video which goes more into detail about it. So that's the first step, right? Integrating your report numbers from your PMS into your books. The second step is creating this breakdown. So the first thing you want to do, of course, is update your chart of accounts, make it AHA compliant, make sure that you have these accounts within your chart of accounts. And then every time you receive an invoice, especially from Henry Schein, Patterson, NWI, the big vendor accounts, you want to break down those invoices when you are entering them into your books. Now, you can do that. There are different ways, right? You can manually go in and do that. I personally use a software called HubDoc, which allows me to just, my clients will upload their statements and invoices, and I'll just break it down within HubDoc, and it will import those invoices into their books. But there's also another way. You can call a lot of these vendors and ask them to code your invoices so that they have these different this different breakdown within the invoices. So they'll have, for example, let's say you purchased a whole bunch of heartworm, they will have the amount of heartworm that you purchased, and they'll have it coded to the account 6120. I know for a fact MWI does this, and I believe a few other big vendors do this. So that will save you a lot of time. So just to break down once again, the two things you have to do to create this type of profit and loss statement that will bring you money and make you money and work for you is integrate the income from your practice management software sales reports with your QuickBooks or what other accounting software you're using. And also make sure you're breaking down all of your invoices within QuickBooks to these different categories so that you can get a clear picture of where your money is going. You do not want to be losing money. You want to be making money, and your books have a way of helping you do that. So I know that bookkeeping is usually something that's all the way at the bottom of your to-do list, but when you get to it, make sure you do it right so that it can make you money and work for you. If you have any questions, please reach out to me via my email or give me a call at 210-834-7465. I am here to help.